Hi there, my name is Tim Cornish and this is Pronunciation Practice. First of all, thanks AirT for choosing this one. I have traveled the Trans-Canada Highway thousands of times for tens of thousands of miles, and I never once thought about reading about it. So reading about the Trans-Canada Highway is very interesting, and I didn't even know that it was completed only 7 years after I was born. Trans-Canada Highway. When Europeans first arrived here, they explored eastern Canada by traveling across its waters. Later, the steel tracks of the railroad linked east and west. Today, motorists can travel from coast to coast on a ribbon of asphalt and concrete called the Trans-Canada Highway. From St. John's, Newfoundland in the east to Victoria, British Columbia in the west, the Trans-Canada Highway begins and ends on an island. In between, it runs coast to coast through Canada's 10 provinces, stretching nearly 7,780 kilometers across the entire country. Heading west from the Atlantic coast, motorists on the Trans-Canada travel by ferry to the mainland, through the maritime provinces, past the historic cities of Montreal and Quebec, and across Ontario to the northern shores of the Great Lakes, Huron, and Superior. Driving beyond Manitoba to the prairies, the Trans-Canada runs straight and smooth. As it cuts through vast fields of wheat and towering oil fields. Then comes the long climb up Rogers Pass over the Rocky Mountains, through the deep valleys and on towards the coast. With the quick ferry ride to Vancouver Island, the highway ends at Victoria. Unlike this superhighway, the first roads in Canada were little more than Indian trails. They were used to connect rivers and lakes, or to travel around rapids too dangerous for canoes. In a culture without the wheel, the canoe was the main method of travel for most Indians. When the French and British began settling in Canada, they discovered a country unsuitable for European-style roadways. Thick, uncut forests, endless waterways, hills, and mountains provided major obstacles for building easy travel routes. Once the first automobiles arrived in Canada, however, the idea for a coast-to-coast highway quickly followed. In 1910, a group of motorists formed the Canadian Highway Association. Their dream of a national highway helped get both federal and provincial governments working together to build better road systems across the country. In 1949, the Parliament of Canada passed the Trans-Canada Highway Act. It called for the construction of a hard-surfaced, all-weather road from coast to coast. The highway was to be completed by 1956 at a cost of $300 million. When work began the following summer, it proved to be more difficult and expensive than anyone imagined. Workmen often had to blast through hundreds of meters of solid rock. In Glacier National Park in British Columbia, snow sheds had to be built to protect workers from avalanches. In all, 25 major bridges had to be built over rivers and rugged land. These delays helped drive the cost of construction to over $1 billion. When tunnels through the mountains of British Columbia were finished, the highway was considered complete. On July 30th, 1962, In a ceremony conducted at Rogers Pass, the longest national highway in the world was officially opened to the public. Since that time, the Trans-Canada Highway has brought Canadians together from coast to coast. I hope you get a chance to see the Trans-Canada Highway from one end to the other. What a wonderful summer that would make. Thanks for listening. This is for educational purposes in the field of English as a second language. My name is Tim Cornish. You're listening to Wow Igloo channel. So please share. Thank you.